Hey, what's happening? Good afternoon, Paul Farmer here. So, I just finished doing a whole presentation, not presentation, but a live, and there was no sound. So, here I am again. I'm going to make sure I have sound this time before going on. So, let me just check that real quick. Make sure we have sound. And sound. Yeah, sounds like there's sound. So, I think we're good to go. So, I want to let you know from the start, and you can see from what I have here how to earn $4,000 per month uh, from home. And the first thing I want to tell you is I don't want to waste your time. All right. This is not going to be something where I'm going to tell you about something that doesn't work or will only work if you have influence or will only work if you do all this paid advertising or make all these videos or reach out to 100 people a day. I don't want to waste your time with that. Okay. There's plenty of opportunities out there where you can do that. Instead, what I want to do is I want to share with you something that I've been doing since January that has been paying me. I've been paid 16 times doing it. And again, I don't need to market, recruit. I'm sharing it with you because I think it's blessed me, it's blessed my family, and it may be a blessing for you too. So that's why I'm sharing with you. I know there's a lot of people out there that definitely could use extra money. Maybe they're struggling to, make it in the online arena, right? The multi-level marketing, the affiliate marketing, MMO, whatever you want to call it. And they're struggling with the whole recruiting game and overcoming that because I know that's a big deal, right? So I'm not even going to be talking about that. I'm just going to show you something that actually works. It's going to get you paid when you do it. And it's just not hard to do. It doesn't require any skill. So as you can see, my post here, this is from June, got paid over $1,200 today. Or for the week for doing this stupid letter writing side gig. Okay, so then below here, one of the people commented, Anthony here commented, yeah, he got 870 and then 515. So it absolutely works. But so what are we doing? Just writing letters, right? We're writing short letters, less than 100 words to large companies. They pay you up to $5 per letter. We actually have a company that pays $10 per letter, but we're just going to go with $5 per letter. So you're writing essentially the same thing over and over again. Large companies pay you to do this. They must be handwritten letters, meaning you write them yourself. You can't have anyone else write them. You can't use your computer or AI or any of that. It's handwritten. When I say handwritten, I just mean printing because I know some people are like, oh, I can't handwrite. Well, I can't handwrite either. I haven't done it forever, not since I was in college. So it's printed letters. When I say letters, saying letters, it's not like a formal letter where you say, dear so-and-so and all that stuff. No, it's just you're writing on an index card, so many words, like a phrase, 2 sentences long. And then you're filling out an envelope. I mean, here's my 30 right here. I do this every day. I've been doing it since January. Not 30, but I've been doing it. I'm a product of the product. What I'm telling you absolutely works. Like I said, I've been paid 16 times. I'm expecting to get paid again this week for simply writing letters. All right. So you write from the comfort of your home. A lot of the time, what I do is I have a show on or I have a game on, and I'm writing my letters. Very, very simple. Do it whenever you want. It takes about 4 to 6 minutes to write per letter, including adding the stamp, envelope stamp, all that. So again, if you know how to write, which I'm going to say you probably do, if you usually learn that in elementary school. So most likely you know how to do that. So who's this for? Anybody who needs to make some extra money, if you're in the US or Canada, you can do this excluding Washington State, Idaho, Michigan, Montana, and in Canada, the province of Quebec. Those are the only places you cannot do it. And it's for anyone that wants to make extra money. So like, what can you make here? Let me just jump down here. What can you make? Let's just start with 10 letters a day. 10 letters a day if you wrote 10 letters a day, it'd probably take you about an hour to do. Again, this is not complicated. It is not hard. It is not like going into, um, you know, it's interesting to me. So I've been marketing online since 2012. I've made income online since 2012. My first 2 years were terrible. Severe overwhelm, didn't know what I was doing, didn't trust the process whatsoever, didn't believe in the process, even though I saw people making money around me. Did a lot of stupid things, wasted a lot of time, and made very little money for it. And, I have a longer story, but let's just say that. Okay. And my story is not unlike most people that come online. Usually people come online with a employee mindset. So they think they're going to get paid for their time. It doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. I was putting in very long hours, but I wasn't getting paid. So you could do all this work and not get paid. That's not the case with this. It's not the case with you writing simple little letters. You get paid per letter. So you write, you get paid. That's how it works. It's transactional. It's not like, oh, well, I'm a big influencer and I can influence all these people to come on board with me and I get paid. Or it's not, I make all these videos, all this content, or I reach out to 100 people a day, or I have a bigger paid advertising budget. It's none of that. Okay. You could be a complete, I don't want to say nobody, but nobody knows you online, right? Nobody knows who you are. You have no footprint. There's no fingerprint, no footprint, no nothing online, right? No one knows who you are, but you could still be making, 500 to 1,000 a week relatively easily by writing short letters. So I think that's a huge blessing. I know a mentor of mine, multi-millionaire mentor, he taught you should always lead with a high ticket offer. So you make high ticket commissions, so 1,000 and above, right? And when you make those high ticket commissions, it covers your expenses. Once your expenses are covered, now you have money for advertising. So that was what he taught. The problem with that is the majority of people do not have the mindset to sell a high ticket offer. They don't believe people will buy it from them. So they don't do the work, or they do the work and they don't believe it's going to happen. This stuff takes time to develop. You have to work on it all the time. So my point here is you could do that, or you could get started writing short letters and get paid. Now, doing the other and continuing to work on that skill, continuing to learn how to effectively market, effectively communicate with people, well, that's going to absolutely help you make more money in the long run. But in the short term, why not start making money now? Like, why wait? That's all I'm saying. Unless you think you're going to be the exclusion, right? The exception, not the exclusion, the exception. And you're going to go out and you're going to bring in hundreds of people just like that. And you're going to make all this money, having no experience, never working on your mindset. Probably not going to happen. And like I said, I've been doing this since 2012. So I have a bit of an experience in this arena, right? One company, and just so I'll just share this, like I'm not someone that can't recruit people. I'm pretty good at it, not the best at it, but I'm decent. In one company, I sponsored over 1,000 people in less than 2 years. Not a lot of people do that. You could go and search it. Not a lot of people do that. And I'm not saying that to brag or anything. I'm just saying, like, look, I've been around the block a few times. Like, I know what's up. And I know the majority of people are not going to do that. They're not. Like, I was listening to a video. This guy was talking about kind of the averages in the industry. So he mentioned like Amway and Herbalife. Like Amway made billions of dollars, right? And I believe he said like the average earning for the year was like $500. Now it could be higher, it could be lower, but it wasn't very high. And I almost laugh at that because people put themselves through that misery. Maybe because they don't know any better. I didn't know any better. If I had known about this when I started online, I would not have struggled so much. I would not have had to go through the hurdles, all that stuff I had to go through to start getting paid. Like I would not have had to do that. So that's why I'm out here sharing this with you, because I know for a fact, one, it pays. It's simple to do. Anybody and everybody can really do it. I mean, unless you can't write and you're being honest about that, then you probably can't do it. I mean, except for what I said at the beginning, where you have to be in the U.S. or Canada. If you're not in those areas, then yeah, you can't do it. But other than that, if you can put pen to paper and follow very simple instructions, you can do this and you can be getting paid. So I showed you this chart here. You can kind of see, you decide what you want to do. We have people that write 100 letters a day within our community. We have people that write 10. We have people that write 5. If we have people that write 40, I write 30 a day. That's typically what I do. Here's my 30 right here. This is my 30 for the day. I already did it. Done. Done. And I typically do this 7 days a week, sometimes it's 6 days if I need to take a day off or whatever. My goal is to get out 200 letters a week. That's what I get. That's about 1,000 a week. That's my goal. And then I share the opportunity with other people, and that because there's a referral program, I also get paid for doing that, as well as other things I do as well in the background. So it's not all I do, but I think it's a great way to create some supplemental income. And really, it's a great way to help people for real. People that typically wouldn't are, and people are really looking for something. Like I hate it. I hate it when I see people come online, and I'm not against any type of online program per se. I'm against hyped up messages that don't make sense and make it look easy and give people the wrong expectations. I'm against that. But I'm not against an opportunity where you go out and you market something and you get a commission. I'm not against that at all. It's what I do, you know. But what I am against is people going and struggling for months and months and years, even years. I got people I still talk to. Years later, they're still in the same place. Nothing has changed. You know, nothing's broken. It doesn't work, right? There's something wrong. That should not be happening. So that's why I like this, because you can come in, you can be an undercover agent. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing, and you get paid. Simple as that. Okay, what do you need? Envelopes, index cards, pens, stamps, and the ability to follow simple instructions. So what are you going to get? You're going to go ahead and go to this link right here in my description. It's a different link, but it goes to the same place. You can go to either one, and that's going to take you to a page that talks about getting paid $50 to $75 to write letters. And then you're going to see a 4-minute video that's going to talk about the whole process, because I don't go in detail about the whole process. The video goes into detail. And then there's like even a full presentation you can watch to learn even more if you really want to know. And what you're going to do is you're going to get access to 9 lessons. They're about 30 minutes long. They're going to walk you through the process, show you exactly what to do, who to write to, where to write. You're also going to get access to our template team, where they're going to go and check over your work to make sure you're doing it right. Actually, 60% of the people in our paid community do it wrong. They submit their template, they do it wrong. There's mistakes. And what happens if there's mistakes? Well, you're not going to get paid. Simple as that. So it's very important that you get it right, and you get it right by submitting to the template team, which is included in your membership. We also have 2 times a week question and answer sessions where you get your questions answered live. They also do giveaways during the week, during those sessions as well, stamps, vacations, gear. So there's all kinds of great things happening here. So we check your work, you mail the letters, you get paid. That sounds good to you. I'm not going to drag this out any longer. I'll be back tomorrow talking about the same thing because I think it's an awesome opportunity. Let me just see if there's any comments. Anybody comment? I don't see any, so that's all good. And that's it. Okay, so go to the link, check it out. If you like what you see, go ahead and get started. If you have any questions, there's my number going across the screen. Feel free to text me. You can call me, leave a message. I'll get back to you. I'm here to help you. That's what I'm about. I could be out here promoting other things that do pay higher commissions up front. I'm not, though, because I believe that, quite frankly, I'm tired of seeing 1% of people make money. And with this, everyone has that opportunity to earn, and they don't have to have high level skills to do it at all. Like if you could write, you get paid. So our customers, the majority of the people that come into our program, when they follow the instructions, they get paid. It's not left up in the air. It's not like, oh, I got lucky. No, you follow the instructions, you get paid. Simple as that. Okay. With that, make it a great day, and I'll see you next time.